Today is a reorientation day, not a day to restart or to push things forward. It's a day where the system is immersed in asking what actually feels sustainable now. For many of us, today carries a subtle tension, not an emotional tension or the kind that feels dramatic. It's just a quiet friction between wanting movement to return, to start moving forward again, and realizing that who you are now is no longer aligned with the old pace that you used to move at. If you've noticed less tolerance for obligation or noise of any kind, or a resistance to forced productivity, or even a desire to simplify rather than accelerate from where you are, there's absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, it's exactly right. Now, the mind may tell you this is burnout or you're procrastinating, but it's neither of those things. What it is your discernment coming back online. December 28th sits in a very specific place energetically. The deep integration that completed between the solstice and Christmas has landed, and now the nervous system is testing the field to see what holds without effort. That testing phase can feel like restlessness or flatness or this sense of, I don't want to go back, but I'm also not ready to move forward either. What I want you to hear is this: that is not stagnation. It's an intelligent system simply refusing to re enter an incoherent pattern. That's important. And that's exactly what we want our systems to do. Collectively, today's about structural sensing. The body is asking which commitments feel organic, which rhythms drain my life force, and what kind of structure actually supports who I am now, because you've changed. This isn't a thinking process that happens in the mind. It's a felt one that happens in the body. What does this look like? Well, you may notice yourself mentally reviewing plans or responsibilities as you look ahead, but without the usual urgency to act. That's structural sensing. And that's the priority right now. This energy isn't inviting us to make decisions. It's inviting the presence for accurate interpretation of these sensations. Something else to notice. If the mind keeps trying to label this sensation as boredom, laziness, or lack of motivation, that's just an old mental reflex from the ego mind, searching for something familiar to distract you with, because what's actually happening is much more autonomous. It's your system choosing coherence over compulsion. Hear that? It's your system choosing coherence over compulsion. And that choice happens before clarity, before action, and before any kind of momentum locks in. Why is that important? Coherence is frequency based, compulsion is mental. So, the most supportive way to move through this energy is gently. What does that look like? Fewer decisions, looser plans, and simpler inputs. Let your system show you what is in resonance by what it leans towards without negotiating it into productivity. What stabilizes the human collective fields today isn't going to be effort, it's simplicity. You can try this if you want a gentle reflection to sit with. Just ask yourself, what feels clean to keep and what feels ready to be left behind? Not necessarily forever, but at least for now. And that question alone helps the system orient without forcing any kind of movement. December 28th is a threshold day, meaning it's not the end of anything. And it's also not the beginning yet. It's just a quiet momentum of alignment before direction returns. That's it. If you're new here, I'm Katya. I work at the intersection of neuroscience, nervous system intelligence, and evolutionary consciousness. And on this channel, I offer grounded insights for living, leading, and creating from coherence rather than effort. And if this resonated, you can give this a like to train your algorithm, and you are welcome to subscribe. And I'll leave you with this. Let today be simple. Let it be spacious. And know that it is aligned to relax into that. And you can trust that what is coming next is already organizing itself quietly in the background. See you in the next one. Much love.